Carol here, going to do a little follow-up on why foam rolling sucks. Obviously, foam rolling has its applications and times when it should be used. And I wanted to go about the foam rolling in a different angle and tell you my feelings on it and why I think it sucks. And about 25,000 people have clicked on it in the last day, and it's been obviously an eye-opening topic for some people that would blindly just foam roll. And I got a lot of people thinking about the other side to it and how it can be detrimental to performance and actually your health too. Rewind about a year ago when I went to see Dr. McGill, and I was actually loose in areas that I thought will be good for me. And actually it led to me breaking my back, herniating discs, and doing a lot of things that I didn't think I was doing, and I wasn't getting the positives out of it that I thought. My pelvis was loose, my lumbar spine was hypermobile. Muscles of the back are meant to prevent movement. So if you're rolling your back incessantly and think you're doing yourself good, if it isn't sport specific to your needs, like Olympic lifting or some athletes out there that have to, whatever. I understand there's going to be exceptions to every rule, but for the strength athlete that wants to roll, be loose, and be strong and explosive, you're spinning your wheels, and I highly suggest you reevaluate why you foam roll, why you do mobility work. Right now, we're just going to stay on topic with the foam rolling. Foam rolling is not inherently bad. It has its application. It's a great recovery tool. Massage therapy is expensive. I've benefited from the expense that massage can cost people for 10 years. Because I am an LMT and I've practiced massage for a long time. With that said, the Trigger Point foam roller is a great tool to use for recovery. It's good to loosen up areas that need to be loose, whether it's a trigger point on your lat you got an adhesive area in there that's not loosening up, or your shoulders are not getting good range of motion, or your hips are not good. They're too tight like mine. I roll my hips, but I don't just roll my whole body or my back just to do it. Again, muscles of the back are made to prevent movement. Shoulders and hips are made to move. So if you're trying to be stiff and you're trying to be tight and you're trying to move heavy loads fast, controlled, and with authority, you don't want to be loose. You can't have the best of both worlds. Again, some people can be hypermobile or mobile and do all the wrong things or do all the things that I'm saying not to do, and they still have success. I get that. That's with anything. Again, that's like the jogger that can smoke 5 packs a day and run 20 miles like it's nothing. There's always going to be exceptions. There's always outliers, and there's always going to be people that you just shake your head at and wonder how they can eat fried chicken and ice cream all the time and look like they are ready to step on a bodybuilding stage. So what I wanted to do is talk a little bit more about the foam rolling application, when it can be good and when you shouldn't do it. Again, if you have a sport that you need specific, mobility, if you have mobility requirements, sport specific, then you got to do it. I understand that. But if strictly talking about being rigid, being strong, being sturdy, and being stiff, a foam roller is not going to have much place in your warm-up regimen. I cover the warm-up that I've learned from Dr. McGill in great length in 1020 Life, the ebook I just released. It's got a 4-part. It's got 4 parts to the warm-up. Very simple, very straight to the point. You're doing the McGill Big 3 to stiffen your core. You're breaking a sweat. You're doing some carries to get ready. You're doing direct mobility work that you may need. Again, that's custom work for you that you decide that you need according to the weak point chart. And then you get under an empty bar a few times, and then you roll with it. And speaking of an empty bar, I hit on this in the article. If you can warm up, get under an empty bar on the squat, and go ass to grass with it without rounding your lumbar, without rounding your thoracic, you don't need hip mobility work, and you don't need to roll your hips, okay? That's all I'm saying. If you're blindly doing foam rolling, question it. Ask yourself, why am I doing all this rolling? What is it doing for me? What am I getting out of it? I've hit on this a little bit too. A lot of the strongest people you ever see are the most stiff people. They look stiff. You touch them, they're hard like concrete or iron. And there's a reason. You need to be rigid and stiff to lift big weights. And I'll give the analogy of a yogi, a yoga instructor that is hypermobile, so flexible. She can sit her ass on the ground, but she's so weak and so stretched out that she can't even do a proper bodyweight squat. And if you don't believe me, check out some of these people that do yoga all the time and Pilates, and see the weights they move around. They're not strong. They're weak as shit, actually. So, again, I'm just passing along some of the things that have helped me rehab my broken back in less than a year. To squatting over 1,100 pounds. I hit on a lot of this stuff in the book 1020 Life. I just want to pass on, what I've learned and what I've seen people, benefit from in my own guidance and what I've seen over the last little while. And, the stuff that Dr. McGill's taught me, he's the man when it comes to core work and being stiff and lifting big weights and helping people rehab and avoid injuries. And he's the man. He works with some of the best athletes on the planet. And I'm just lucky enough to have spent time with him. He's a phone call away. And if I ever have a question, he's there for me. And I plan on doing a Skype interview where we're going to attack some of these things. Mobility, especially in the back, and how it can be detrimental. And so I want you to keep a lookout for that here coming soon, whenever we get the time to knock out that. He and I are going to co-author a book together this summer about the healthy back for the strongman and powerlifter, strength athlete. And as always, thank you for your support with 1020 Life. If you have any questions, let me know. You can contact me at briancarroll.lmt@gmail.com. Power Rack Media is loaded with tons of strength content. And as always, 1020lifebook.com is where you can get 1020 Life. Thank you very much.